G'day, g'day, g'day. This is from a different angle, and I'm not sure that it's working very well because, like, you're just going to see all my chins, but you know they're there anyway. So, anyway, what I was thinking is this week's like topic in my art thing group is about belief and self-belief, and it's really hard. We don't realize when we speak to people how damaging we might be, and like you're kind of like you're born and like you're free to do anything that you want to try, but then you try it and you get told that you're not as good as somebody else, or somebody's better than you, or that creative gene was obviously missing in your family, or that your sister was better than you, or that your neighbour's friend can play hockey better than you, and little by little your self-belief and your self-worth gets squashed. And I don't think we realise when we say that to people, the impact that it can have, and it can have a huge impact. And I'm just like, I've been unraveling myself on a journey for like 15 years now, and self-belief and self-worth was huge for me, or a lack of both, but it's okay because I've worked through them all now, and like, and although I'm still working on them, I wouldn't say I'm finished, but because there's always stuff to work on in yourself. However, self-belief. So I've been working alongside somebody called Lucy in my creative, I joined this creative coach for a week just to see how she could help me, and it's been phenomenal. So hands up and high fives to Mandy, because it's been great. Well, on that journey I met somebody called Lucy. I met several other creative artists, whether they're writing books or they're doing self-help or they're making jewelry, whatever it is they're doing, the majority of them are doing it for their own healing. So I met a ton of great people. Lucy had done a video on, I forgot what it was called, but anyway, it was great. It was this abstract canvas, and I was like, I want to try that. Now, in days gone by, I'd have been like, or months gone by, I'd have been like, you can't do that, sir. You're not as good as Lucy. You won't be able to recreate that, and you'll just fail. So that was then. Now is now. This morning I got up and I thought, right, today I'm going to be Lucy, because I told her I wanted to be her the other day. I also told her, right, I wanted to come and paint with her, and she said, come on over. At the time, she didn't realise I was in Canada and she was in Clovelly in Devon, but never mind. But anyway, she's created some YouTube videos, so I thought, oh, I'll watch one of those, and I'm going to bash that out today. So I got all the stuff out, and then I had some breakfast, and I was like, you can do this. And even if you do it and it doesn't turn out right, and there is no right in art really, even if it doesn't turn out as expected, then it doesn't matter. Create whatever out of it for yourself. Believe in you. You can do this. So when I go and like, I got it wrong from the start following Lucy's video, which doesn't really surprise me. But anyway, I didn't, like, in months gone by, I'd have chucked that in the bin and walked away and thought, see, I'm rubbish. No, today I'm like, right, sit with this and see what you could do. Almost like damage limitation, really. See what you can do to like sort out what you've done. And then I'm like, it doesn't actually matter if it's not by like Lucy's. Like, it doesn't matter. Just be whatever you want to be. Do whatever you want to do with it. And I did. And I actually like what I did. And I'll show that when it's dry. But it was just I was so excited that I had actually that belief in myself that I could do that. So those of you who don't have belief in yourself for doing things and have got the past well jammed in your head that you're not good at whatever, or you can't do whatever, you can. And it doesn't matter when you do it to begin with. If it's not the same as somebody else, if it's not as good as somebody else, it's your own. What I did today was my own interpretation. Unfortunately, I can't sell it because I made an error and I blobbed some paint somewhere on the canvas. It should be white. But actually, I showed it to somebody just now and they said they would still buy it even with that blob on it. I'm going to redo one without the blob because, like, there's a bit of a perfectionist thing running still in me where it has to be perfect. And I don't want that to go on somebody's wall with a blob out of place. Can't go and visit them for coffee and have a blob in the wrong place. So I'm going to redo it. But I was excited that I'd cracked through that limiting belief. B, that actually somebody saw beyond the blob, loved it and wanted it. So two things really. We need to be really careful with our words, and like actually somebody had said to me this week, oh, my grandchild painted this, and I said that's fantastic, and they said, yeah, their dad's a great artist. Well, straight away that could be a put down for the child. So we need to think about how we speak and what we say. And it's not only in art, it's in everyday life. Like, you know, you need to try harder because blah, blah, blah is better than you at whatever. Okay, they might need to try harder, but not at the detriment of somebody else, because they are them. They're all different. Oh, here comes the cat again. Every time I try and do something, the cat arrives. Just likes, hello, Jackson. Just likes to get in on my videos. So here he is. He's just here now, look. And then that was a class act because I managed to turn the video off instead of turn it around. But anyway, days gone by, I'd have restarted this whole thing, but no, I am who I am. I'll just splice it together. So believe in yourself in whatever it is. If you're cooking and you don't think you're good enough at cooking something, give it a go. So what if it's not exactly right? Just shove some chocolate on the top or something and pizzazz it into something different. Make your own recipe. If you don't think you're good at exercising, it doesn't matter. One foot in front of the other is all that matters. If you don't think you can read because you don't read as fast as somebody else in your house and you're always slower finishing the book, so what? You're finishing the book. Just stop. Stop all these negative thoughts in your head that may have been placed by yourself, may have been placed by others. Self-belief is so important, and like, you've got this, I've got this. Reach out, let me know what you've managed to crack in the coming weeks. Let me know what belief you've managed to override. And if it's a belief that you're awesome, just carry on and be that too, because yeah, I get that. Happy Tuesday. Ciao. And finally, just before I go, in the last 15-20 years, I've enlisted into training from very many different coaches, creativity coaches, mindset coaches, and some of them have been yes, you can't do your live unless your clothes blend with the background so that you're matchy and your lipstick matches your clothes. And oh, don't ever do a live if you've got grey hair showing. And oh, make sure you get the angle of the camera right so we don't see your chins. And just so much rubbish. I'm I am me. I do have grey hair. Grey hair. I have more chins than a Chinese telephone directory. But you know what? I'm me. This is me. This is who I am. This is the authentic me. I don't wear makeup. I don't I've got a bit of grey hair coming through right now, but I'm not surprised with what goes on here, right? And who doesn't have grey hair? And that's my magic. That's my little sparkly bits. Let them shine, people. Don't worry about that. And honestly, today this t-shirt, it's one of my favourites. It's called Love and Peace. Oh, freedom and happiness. I've had it for a very long time. It's faded and stuff, but it's one of my faves and I feel really comfortable doing stuff in it. So that's what I do my lives in. I struggled for the longest time in doing them because oh, I don't have the right clothes to do that, and oh, I'd have to do my makeup, and what is makeup? To me, makeup is like acrylic paint, and I wear that all over my body apart from my face most of the time. There goes Jackson, he's just leaving me. You don't need all these trappings. You just need to be you. Show up, be you, do you. Just focus on you. Just do you. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Get up, do you, for you. That's all that's important. Forget all this dross that's shoved on you by society about what you should look like, how you should feel or whatever. Do what's right for you. I'm overweight and I know I'm overweight, but I exercise every day. And I know I should be according to the news or according to the stats, I should be a stick insect, but honestly, that isn't me. I'm careful with what I eat now, and I exercise, and I just go on my way doing what I do. I don't need to be forced by society to be told that I'm fat or obese or oh, Jackson just fell down the bank. That was that noise. Whatever. Shut all of those negative voices and all that negative rubbish out of your head. Turn it off, guys. You're beautifully and wonderfully made, and just carry on doing that. Just live your best life and just be you. Tell me how you're going to be you. Tell me what you're going to do to shut out all the trappings and all the junk and just carry on as you. maybe it's just like me, sitting on my back step in my yard under my deck, chatting to you. Ciao, people. Ciao.